If you're watching this at approximately 3:35 p.m. New York City time, this is a live show, meaning that I can see your comments and we can talk about things in real time here. So, yep, 2017 is coming to a close. We've had a lot of cool drones so far. A lot of good stuff from DJI, and there have been some competitors that, I mean, even GoPro, unfortunately, they failed to compete. So who's going to dethrone DJI? And I'm walking up a huge hill right now, so getting some cardio. 42 calories so far. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to see. A lot of y'all have asked me throughout Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, commented on my website, irishguy.com. You're like, hey man, when's Phantom 5 coming? Will we see the Phantom 5 this year? Mavic Pro 2, when's that coming? Well, I just tell it how it is, and unless I'm completely surprised, it's not going to come until 2018, because we've got there's just no competition. So they released the new Mavic Pro White, which who cares about that? It's just a paint job, so it doesn't really add any additional value. But let's see here, going up the hill. Big hill. Point 0.6 so far. Okay, so there we go. So the Phantom 5 is probably going to be 2018. Mavic Pro 2, probably 2018. Will we see a Spark Pro? If we do, I'm thinking it's probably going to come second quarter, or probably at least second quarter of 2018. Probably fourth quarter. But what do I know? I just fly drones almost every day. But quiet group out there. When's the new GoPro drone? Well, unfortunately, it's already out. It's GoPro Karma, and you may have seen my field test and unboxing. It was very disappointing for me. Hold on, almost up this hill. The wind is, I'm getting out of shape. I'm fat. Gotta get rid of this fat. But yeah, hold on just a second. I'm almost top of this hill. So yeah, GoPro already released it, and it was disappointing, and it was recalled because there was a potential safety issue. And then they re-released it, but mine, I was able to fly my Karma for a few days before it was recalled, and it disappointed me. And I love GoPro. Been using their cameras since Hero 2. Never got Hero 1 because I didn't see. Yeah, man, I'm losing some weight. Look at that. You can still see the gut, but I don't look as pregnant. Look at that. Gut shot. Yep. Just because you fly drones and do YouTube doesn't mean you have to be fat. And if you are, that's fine. I'm just not a. I try to be. What's the word for it? I don't discriminate, but I'm not politically correct. If I think I'm fat, I'll say I'm fat. And if I think you're fat, I may say, hey, buddy, you got a little bit of weight on you. You may want to consider a cardiovascular routine. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm just saying what I think. Phantom 5 need. Make it happen, IRIX. Well, I don't know how much more I can say. I mean, I know, and by the way, I'm not affiliated with DJI, but you know, throughout the multiple live shows, the theme has been consistent, and that has been, you know, why aren't they innovating? And I mean, they have, but they're stalled right now, and it's not a good thing. So, you know, with that being the case, why are they making us wait? And I'm calling on all my people right now. That's this live show, Epic Drone Show. So all of y'all watching and commenting right now, and you know, there's power in numbers. So, you know, are they coming out with another one, GoPro? I don't know. This was a question that's popped up a few times on my various social media outlets, and I don't know. I think what may happen, you know, GoPro's releasing, and actually I need to check my website. It may be available now. GoPro Fusion 360-degree spherical camera. I haven't picked it up yet. Reason being is that Final Cut Pro 10 is not yet updated to include 360-degree or spherical or VR, whatever you want to call it, video editing. So if I bought the GoPro Fusion camera at this point in time, I wouldn't have my high-end tools, my software, to edit that spherical video. I would be limited to, you know, to whatever software GoPro may choose to provide, or whatever third-party software may become available. And I'm not an interim solution kind of guy. You know, I fully embrace Final Cut Pro 10 as my editing tool, and I don't want to upgrade or purchase a technology that I'm not going to be able to edit to the professional level that I can with standard video. So until Final Cut Pro 10 receives its spherical video update, I'm sticking with my GoPro Hero 6 Black. But back to your question, is GoPro releasing another drone? I think they've got such a sore spot in their gut right now because Karma, which by the way was a horrible name. From a marketing perspective, it was a horrible name. And, you know, Karma bit them on the buttocks. So, you know, is GoPro wanting to rush, spend all that money for R&D, research and development, on an aerial platform that may fail as severely as Karma version 1 did? I don't know. If they were going to do that, and, you know, looking back to previous live shows, something I'd always preached was, you know, just, you know, accept the defeat. Abandon your Karma 1 design. You know, it's got a safety recall. But even if it didn't have that safety recall, you know, how are you positioned to compete with DJI? Welcome, Noreen. Hello. Welcome aboard to the live show. And this goes out to everyone. If you're watching, it's approximately 3:44 p.m. New York City time. This is a live show, so, you know, comment. We can all converse in real time. And again, I'm not in the studio. I'm out trying to get rid of this gut, so I'm doing some cardio while concurrently hosting episode 37 of Epic Drone Show. And you know, if you're just tuning in, you've never tuned into Epic Drone Show live before, you go to epicdroneshow.com. You can find all the drones and accessories that we talk about, but you can also find all the previously recorded episodes, including this one. After this live show concludes, it'll become a previously recorded video that you can choose to watch on epicdroneshow.com. Share with others, comment, do whatever you want to do. Jeffrey says, thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do, and that's tuning in and being an active viewer for this live show, because this is not, again, I'm an independent channel, so, you know, I'm not part of a YouTube multi-channel network or anything like that. I'm an independent channel, so the content that I create is stuff that I can create if I have the views and if I have people going to my websites. You know, if you're going to buy a drone, go to irishguy.com and check the links there. You know, help me out. You know, go to irishguy.com, check out the drones, drone accessories. You know, it's your views, your support, your sharing with others that enables this channel to continue to exist and to grow. And I know it's not that big right now. Almost 38 million video views, which is decent, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a channel. Almost 55,000 video views, 55,000 subscribers, but until I get 100,000 subscribers, I don't get the YouTube trophy to put on my wall. And that's what I want. You know, I want these subscribers to ramp so I can get that trophy and kind of show off, be like, hey, you know, I've grown this channel from nothing to 100,000 plus subscribers. So, but yeah, big shout out to all of y'all for for what y'all do. But yeah, I don't think GoPro, I think their interest in the drone game is kind of done, because, you know, the only thing that they would do if 360 degree spherical does catch on, and if people do decide that it's a technology that is worth investing in, I think at that point in time, what we may see GoPro release a new drone, and maybe it doesn't even have a modular camera. You know, GoPro's thing has always been, they create a camera and then they want you to buy the various mounts from them and third parties as well, and mount those cameras in a way to where you can capture the action from a unique perspective. So, you know, for GoPro to step away from the modular camera, I think that would be a tough thing for them to stomach, because they would be stepping away from their original and only business model. But I think for them to do what they need to do effectively to release something smaller, more lightweight, and technologically ahead, I think GoPro may need to challenge themselves to say, okay, you know, GoPro Fusion, if that camera is a success, then how can they take that huge, and I'm saying huge because it's huge in comparison to GoPro cameras that we're currently accustomed to, but how can they take that overwhelmingly large camera, package all of that technology into a small and lightweight drone? And I think when and if they do that, that it'll probably not be modular. But I feel confident that if everything happens like it should, if Apple releases Final Cut Pro 10 update that enables 360 degree spherical video editing, if people embrace that with the Fusion, you know, the GoPro camera that's not currently available for a drone, if they embrace that technology, then it would only make sense that GoPro, welcome back, Bruno. Man, Bruno, you've hit 3 live shows in a row. You're the boss. Mad props to you. That's Bruno from Brazil. Very cool. So, yeah, but if they do that, then I think it would only make sense that they create a brand new drone that maybe they don't even hype. You know, maybe they're already working on it now, and they just want it to be a surprise, like Mavic Pro was when they announced the GoPro Karma. GoPro thought they were going to be a step ahead with a foldable, more portable, more lightweight drone, and then DJI says, "Hey, your product's inferior. Here's what we've got. We've got Mavic Pro. It's foldable, lightweight, doesn't have fisheye, does 4K. So, yeah, but if GoPro's smart, what GoPro will do is release that revolutionary new drone, ultra portable, ultra lightweight, 360 degree spherical with 4K video capabilities, obviously no fisheye, and at that point in time, you're bringing a new product to your fans. And, you know, they can still accessorize that drone, but I think the camera itself would likely be permanently integrated into that drone. And or if it's not, Maybe it's a smaller, more lightweight form factor that they offer a second. GoPro offers a second line of cameras that maybe slide into a cylinder of sorts. And, you know, when that new camera comes out, the one that, you know, versus the shore-based GoPro that's kind of rectangular in shape, or the GoPro Fusion, it's rectangular but very tall and very wide. You know, a different form factor of GoPro that would work with this new drone if GoPro chooses to develop a new drone. So yeah, in that, from that perspective, GoPro could offer a modular camera. But anyway, yeah, there's a GoPro rant. But, you know, back to DJI. What is DJI doing? DJI, well, they're probably making a ton of money because they do have the best drone on the market today. The Phantom, without a doubt. Phantom 3 Pro and Phantom 4 are currently my favorite drones. And today is today the 27th or the 28th of October, 2017. Whenever you're watching this live, that's those are still my two favorite drones. 4K 30, looks silky smooth, don't have to deal with tap to focus. It just works. And I get consistently excellent DO. It just works. So, you know, why should they innovate? Why should DJI innovate right now? They're making money. It's holiday season. They've released a few new drone colors. They're making money. Why do they want to invest in R&D, research and development? Why do they want to test the waters with a new product right now when they've already got super small Spark, sort of small Mavic Pro? Still manageable, but not optimal to travel with, DJI Phantom. And then they've got the, oh, it's too big, it's too heavy, the Inspire, which is just ridiculous in my opinion. But they've got a across-the-board product line, and they're selling it. So, you know, again, check out my website. You can find all the drones there, HireAtSky.com, or just go to EpicDroneShow.com. You know, however you prefer to navigate. You're the captain. You navigate and figure out how you want to do it. So, I mean, I don't know. And is anybody else going to step up? Whatever happened with Autel? Do you like the Mavic? I have Phantom 3 Pro, but have been thinking about Mavic. Well, yes and no. What I dislike about the Mavic is having used Phantom 3 Pro and Phantom 4 very extensively, I became spoiled by the video quality and stability. And even though the Mavic Pro 4K 30 video is decent, it's still inferior. So it's kind of like buying a new cell phone. Let's say you get it out of the box, it's brand new. Everything looks great. You pull open a photo, it looks perfect. But then, 5 months later, that same cell phone, you dropped it. You got it wet. There's a cracked screen. There's bad pixels. It still works. It still looks good, but it's flawed. And from that perspective, that's the reason I dislike the Mavic Pro, because the camera's not good enough. When I look at the Mavic Pro camera, 4K 30, I feel like I'm looking at a flawed video experience, and that's not good. You know, when you're spoiled by Phantom 3 Pro or Phantom 4, you know, you want that or better. You don't want to take a step backwards and, you know, have inferior video quality. So now, you know, with that said, if you haven't used, which in your case you said you used the Phantom 3 Pro, so you'll be disappointed. That's my opinion. Now, from a portability perspective, it's got its advantages. I mean, there's a lot of times, and you know, I've Phantom 1 through present, I mean, I've severely inconvenienced myself on multiple occasions. I mean, I've carried, and you know, you can find all the drone cases that I've used on my website, but I've carried these massive waterproof and ruggedized cases all over the world, and I've captured some cool videos, but it wasn't optimal. I mean, can you imagine right now? And oh, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, Phantom is the best, but Can you imagine right now if for me to do this YouTube live show, Epic Drone Show, episode 37, and I'm filming right now, what if an iPhone didn't exist? You know, what if I had to have a full-size computer, monitor, and generator towed behind me while I'm walking down this trail? I could still do it. And, you know, I could still host this live show while I'm getting exercise, but it wouldn't be optimal. And I know that's an extreme example, but it illustrates how I feel about the Phantom. I mean, yes, it's just on the edge where the size and weight is tolerable, but it's definitely not convenient, and it's definitely not optimal. If you can release a Mavic Pro 2 that has video quality as good or better than Phantom 3 Pro in the Mavic Pro platform, then boom, you got a winner. I'll abandon the Phantom. Why would I need it? Something smaller, something more lightweight. I can get as good or better 4K 30 video. I'm a happy camper. Comment flew by. Let me see here. Let me pop you up. I didn't. Jeffrey says, are you done traveling? Are you done doing traveling videos? Not at all, man. Not at all, bro. I've got tons of destinations. You know, traditionally, this channel, Irish Guy's Adventure Channel, youtube.com/IrixGuy. You know, being Captain Irish Guy, I sail throughout the Caribbean, and that's, you know, that's my preferred destination for drones and drone videos and travel videos. But I think I may mix it up a little bit. So I'm thinking, and I haven't done this yet, but you know, as my schedule permits, what I want to do is and I realize in a lot of these parts I won't be able to do drone videos because of the regulations, unfortunately, but what I want to do back up. Sorry, I hit a in the mobile network. So this continues to be consistent. Yeah, we're unlimited data plan, and then they're complaining. Unlimited, well, unlimited, but if this, then that, blah, 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 you know. Always read the fine print. I mean, and, you know, my thing is, cellular service, you know, I'm always calling to haggle and tell them I want what I want, and you know, I'm the bundle. I want a locked in rate. Okay, I think we may be back now. I went through a valley and lost mobile signal. So yeah, what I was saying in number 2, you know, always know what you're capable of. You know, get the best deal possible, because you know, these cell phone providers and cable TV and satellite, they'll rip you off. So call them up, let them know who's boss, and tell them what you want. And don't just tell them what you want, but when they say no, that's not available, or we don't have this offer until X amount of time, just say, well, what can you do? What can you do? Challenge them. And when they tell you what they can do, which they're going to have to say something, because you know, one thing that if you're not familiar with the customer service industry, if someone says, what can you do? And the business or whomever representing the business says, there's nothing more we can do, that's an unacceptable answer. And if you know, if one of my employees ever said that, they'd be fired. You know, because there's always something that can be done to retain a customer. So, you know, keep that in mind. With 2 miles, that's not bad. So say, what can you do? And, you know, after they say what they can do, if it's not acceptable, just say that's not acceptable. What else can you do? And then, you know, just let it go on. But eventually you may just have to say, well, you know, I've got a competitor wants my business. You know, don't make it up. Don't lie. Because, you know, one thing that'll kill you, not kill you, but destroy your reputation in business is being dishonest. Whether it's dishonesty, you know, unethical, you know, any sort of thing, any of those behaviors. So just tell them what you had, the competitor, and tell them you want something as good or better, and you don't want a limited time offer. You know, you don't want 12 months. You don't want 24 months. You want a perpetual deal that'll grandfather, that's the word, grandfather you in at such and such rate. And once you've done that, pat yourself on the back and be like, I'm getting a better deal than most other people. So I love my unlimited data because I can do these shows. So anyway, off that rant, back to drones, because this is Epic Drone Show, episode 37. Hopefully, maybe not going through another dead spot. Let's see. Hiccups. Craziness. 198 calories so far. Getting it done. Trying to lose weight. Get rid of that gut. So, yeah. So 2018, I think it's going to be 2018 before we see any new drones. And, you know, speaking of that, Autel Robotics. A lot of people ask me about the Autel drone. And it looked good at CES. But how long ago was that? And what's materialized since then? I don't know, I just don't get it. And, you know, I understand from an R&D perspective that drones are expensive to create. And can you imagine if you were, let's just say hypothetically, let's just say you were a startup company and you had invested in a team, you had designed the perfect, what you felt was the perfect prototype. Your team thoroughly tested it, it worked great. You take it to market, and as soon as you do, one of the big players like DJI has already released something new that's completely captivated everyone's attention. So all of your time and money was wasted. And, you know, now you've got an inferior drone. So, I mean, it's just a tough playing field, and I think that's why we haven't seen, you know, we haven't seen anybody dethrone DJI. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I love DJI, but I want price wars. I want more choices, more options for the drones themselves. And I don't know. It's just, you know, right now it's a waiting game. So, you know, to answer all of your questions on my website, epicdroneshow.com, social media, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, Irix Guy. You know what? I think it's gonna be 2018, and that's a bummer because, well, and actually it's kind of a blessing in disguise because, you know, typically in a lot of places it's really cold around Christmas, so maybe better to have the warm weather. But you can be assured of one thing, and unless it's a complete piece of garbage, I'll be all over it. Unboxing, review, field test. So, you know, when Phantom 5 comes, when Mavic Pro 2 comes, I'll be all over it. So, you know, that being said, and I appreciate y'all sticking through this network congestion, or not network congestion, but loss of mobile service. You know, thanks for your viewership. Again, depend upon my website, Epic Drone Show, or irixguy.com. Depend upon my website for all of your drone needs. If you don't see it listed there, if you don't see a link on my website, shoot me a message. Best way to get me is Facebook fan page. That's facebook.com/irixguy. And I'll be happy to try to find a, you know, a product link for you. So appreciate your viewership. Be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/irixguy. And check out epicdroneshow.com. You'll be able to find this and all other previously recorded episodes. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.